Hi, I just wanted to make a video about the situation in Bahrain and the United States' reaction or lack thereof. Um, so right now there's a lot of unrest going on there. The people are demonstrating for democracy, equal rights, more accountability, transparency. Basically, they are speaking up and taking a stand so that they can have a voice. And the US and many other more developed countries are not doing very much about it. Um, Unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of people know this already. It's not a secret, and it's just kind of accepted the reasons why nobody's really doing anything about the fact that people are being murdered, basically for speaking up or helping people who are speaking up. Doctors and lawyers are being targeted, and protesters are being arrested and murdered um, in prison, and not much is being said about it. There are signs of torture. Um, I just I feel like we kind of collectively agree that the U.S. is a country that stands for humanitarian efforts, human rights, and will take action against human rights violations. This is not so. Unfortunately, I have come to realize that the reality of the situation is very different than the situation that exists in the minds of the citizens of countries like the U.S. Um, in reality, there's a price, obviously, because of the system that we live in. There's a price tag on everything, and it's a give and take. And we all know that in more oil-rich countries, for example, there will be more humanitarian effort. Bahrain happens to have less oil um, than places like Iraq. Uh, so this has become an economic, political, and religious issue. And these are three systems that we exist within in the world that we accept as they are. So I was talking about the reality of how it is in the U.S. versus how we believe it to be, how versus what we believe this country stands for. What it really has to take into account is it worth the money that it would take to help out the citizens, and is there potential investment? And um, funnily enough, I just read that last year the U.S. gave $20 million in military aid to Bahrain. That number might be 200 million. Um, it doesn't matter what the number is. What matters is the fact that on the one hand they're supporting the military, who is now murdering people who are standing up for the morals that the American government claims to support. Um, in an equal money system, life will be valued, and there won't be the cost-benefit analysis that takes place and takes time while people are dying. Human life just has absolutely no value in these equations. It doesn't even come into the picture, really. It's what we should do, and it's what we believe we do, but is it what we really do? Um, so, in an equal money system, first of all, people won't have to rise up and fight for these things and their situation won't be so bad that they're brought to that point, because if you look into an equal money system, you'll see that everybody is provided for equally. Um, Second of all, the value of life will be the first and foremost value when considering what actions to take. So what I'm saying is, we believe the values and the morals and ethics of a government whose actions do not in any way live up to those values, morals, and ethics. Um, so it's time we start looking at the actual actions, and we see what kind of atrocities are allowed to take place. For example, the murders going on in Bahrain, and realize that this is the reality of the system we live in. Is this something that we can live with? And is this something that we can allow to go on in our names? Um, the system needs to change because it's totally unacceptable. And yet we accept it every day. We need to realize that this is life that we're talking about, not money. Money pales in comparison to life. But in this reality that we accept, money reigns. So I support an equal money system because the system that I want to live in is a system where life reigns. Check it out, www.equalmoney.org. Thank you.